Okay, I'm going to get started. I know people are going to be coming in, and it is, but we have a really packed day, so I think it's better to just try to get started, and people are going to be rolling in, and we'll kind of see how this goes. But I want to thank everyone here and the folks who are coming in for coming to today's policy forum here at the Stanford Institute for Economic Policy Research. I'm Mark Duggan. I'm the director at CEPR. And we are really excited to be bringing people together from the academic, business, and policy communities to talk about these very important issues. We have an extremely packed lineup today from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. I honestly don't quite know. And we're going to get lunch apparently too. I don't quite know how it's all going to work. But I think it will be an action-packed day. And we're going to cover many issues related to gentrification and housing policies at the federal, state, and local level. If you talk to anyone who rents or tries to buy a home in Silicon Valley, you frequently hear the same story repeated again and again. There's a huge shortage of opportunities to buy a house if you're in the lower or middle income brackets, or to find affordable rental opportunities. For those who can buy a home, they often feel like they're overpaying for what they're getting. And at some level, a very central part of the American dream is becoming more and more elusive to lots and lots of people. There are similar problems well beyond the Bay Area, and along with policies and markets that are influencing the price and availability of housing, there are a wide range of issues like upward economic mobility, life expectancy, and job availability that are very tightly tied to where people live within certain cities and even certain neighborhoods within those cities. Many of the faculty and students here at CEPR are working to understand what's at stake when it comes to making and implementing housing policies on the federal, state, and local levels. Our policy forum today gives us a great chance to showcase some of that knowledge while bringing together people from policy, from business, from journalism, and from other academic institutions into the conversation here at Stanford and CEPR. We're actually live tweeting today's event, so you can jump in and add your thoughts and comments on Twitter using the hashtag #CEPRForum. We're also recording all of the panels, so if you'd be able to watch and listen to anything that you miss or that you want to hear again. And we'll have those videos on our website soon. I'm very grateful to all of the panelists and moderators today, and appreciate everyone coming. Just some details first on logistics. You'll see we have 5 sessions listed. Each session is going to split. Approximately half of the time will be panelist presentations, and the rest with Q&A. Moderators will handle the first part of the Q&A, and then we'll open it up for questions from the audience. Because this policy forum is geared towards students, each time we are going to require that the first question from the audience be from a student. So if you're a student, try to be thinking about questions that you have. And we have included bios of all the panelists and moderators in the handouts for you, so please feel free to look at those. I'm going to moderate the first session, and we'll tell you about our panelists in a second. The next 2 will be moderated by CEPR board member Steve Colhagen. Steve actually received his PhD in economics from Stanford, and he's kind of hit all 3 parts of the world that we try to connect with: academic, policy, and business. He was subsequently a professor at UC Berkeley. He worked on Wall Street for many years, and he's also served at the Federal Reserve Board, the US Treasury, and the Council of Economic Advisors. He's currently on the board of Freddie Mac and many other organizations, and in an interesting addition to the bio, he has written multiple novels, including one book, with a catchy title, Where They Bury You. I think that's the right title, so I think it's available on Amazon.com. The next 2 sessions will be moderated by Olivia Martin and Michelle Lee, 2 outstanding Stanford undergraduates who are representing the Stanford Economics Association and Stanford in Government. At CEPR, we're very thrilled to be collaborating with SEA and with SIG here today, and we hope to do lots more with them in the coming months. So and apparently around 11:45, box lunches are going to become available, and somehow we have to get everyone out to pick up their lunches and back in here and start a session, and we'd like to start, if possible, even a little before 12:15. So try to be, I don't really know how it's going to work exactly, but just but no stampedes or anything either. So with that, I couldn't be happier to introduce my colleague in the economics department and at CEPR, Raj Chetty. He will be speaking first. Raj is a professor of economics here at Stanford and the co-director of the Public Economics Group at the National Bureau of Economic Research. He previously served on the faculty at UC Berkeley and at Harvard, and he has done incredibly important research on a broad set of topics, including economic mobility, education, tax policy, and many other issues. I could spend the entire time for the session talking about Raj's accomplishments. Let me just pick a few of them, a couple of them. For example, he recently was awarded the John Bates Clark Medal, which is awarded to the best economist in the US under the age of 40, and Raj received that at 33, which is really young. I think there were a number of 39 and 38-year-olds who said, what about us? But he was just about the youngest, so I think that is it's amazing enough to get that award. To get it at age 33 is so pretty incredible. He is also the recipient of a MacArthur Foundation Genius Fellowship, and his research has had just incredibly important implications for economic policy on many, many fronts. Today, he's going to talk to us about his research on the persistence of poverty and implications for housing policy. So please join me with a warm welcome for Raj Chetty.